Welcome to the channel. Imagine this. It's the 15th century, and France is on the brink of collapse. The English army has already seized much of the country, and victory seems impossible. But then, a young peasant girl from a small village claims to have received divine visions, telling her she's destined to lead the French army to victory. What happened next was nothing short of miraculous. Joan of Arc's visions did not just inspire a nation, they led to one of the most unexpected and incredible victories in history. Today we'll uncover how this fearless young woman, guided by her faith and her visions, changed the course of history forever. It all started in 1429. France was in the grip of the 100 Years' War, a brutal conflict with England that had already lasted for decades. The English forces were dominating, and the French royal family was in disarray. The future of the kingdom seemed bleak, and France was on the verge of surrendering. That's when Joan, a 17-year-old farm girl from Domremy, came forward with a message that would change everything. She claimed to have been visited by saints telling her that she was chosen to save France. The visions instructed her to go to Charles VII, the French Dauphin, and offer him her support. But the most unbelievable part? She insisted that she would lead an army to reclaim France from the English. Joan's story is extraordinary, not just because of her visions, but because of her sheer audacity. At a time when women had no place in the battlefield, especially not a peasant girl, Joan boldly demanded an audience with the future king of France. She convinced him, despite his advisors' skepticism, that she was the one to save the kingdom. And so, in 1429, Joan was given armor, a banner, and was placed at the head of the French army. But the true test was just beginning. Could this untrained young girl really lead men into battle? Could a divine vision truly overcome centuries of war? The battle to break the siege was brutal, but Joan's leadership was unlike anything the French had ever seen. She was not just directing from the sidelines, she was at the front lines, rallying her troops, inspiring them with her courage and faith. Under her leadership, the French forces launched a series of lightning-fast attacks. The siege, which had been thought impenetrable, began to crumble. It was a stunning, unexpected victory, one that turned the tide of the war. The English were forced to retreat, and the French, now reinvigorated by this improbable triumph, began to push the English out of other territories. The unexpected victories of Joan of Arc created a momentum that the French forces couldn't stop. Within a year, the English were driven back further, and Joan became the symbol of French hope and resistance. But as quickly as her rise came, so did her fall. In 1430, Joan was captured by the Burgundians, French allies of the English, and handed over to the English. In a trial filled with political intrigue and religious zealotry, she was sentenced to death by burning at the stake. Joan's final words echoed her unwavering faith. "I am not afraid. I was born for this." Joan of Arc's legacy lives on as a symbol of courage, faith, and the power of vision. Her leadership, based on a belief in something greater than herself, changed the course of the 100 Years' War and led to the eventual defeat of England. France, a nation on the brink of defeat, found salvation through the most unexpected of heroes, a peasant girl guided by divine visions. Joan's impact didn't end with her death. She became a martyr, a saint, and a national hero who would inspire generations. Her story is a reminder that sometimes the most improbable victories come from the most unexpected sources.